Back to Central Valley Talk and Central Valley Business. Austin Reed hanging out with you. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. It's the 1 o'clock hour now, February the 11th, 2020, and it is cloudy here in Fresno this afternoon. Valentine's Day weekend, that's coming right up. But hey, right now we're going to talk a little bit about finances. We've got a licensed financial professional inside our Tower District studios as we're broadcasting live on YouTube TV, Facebook, and at CentralValleyTalk.com. This is Sammy Franco. Good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
So tell everybody who you're with.
So the company is called BFI Financial, Be Financially Informed. And how it came about was financial literacy is a huge problem. And we started looking at retirements and, we dabbled in insurance and things like that. But people really don't have a lot saved for retirement. And so a lot of the people we help now are in that boat where they're unaware of how their retirement actually works and what's the best vehicle.
And especially right now in the time of COVID, dealing with finances is difficult. It's stressful. So do you guys kind of help that need out?
Yes, and everybody's different. So we kind of read the need of whoever comes in and approaches us, and we kind of specialize in tax-free strategies. So, and that's something that is not necessarily new, but newer, because a great portion of the country still defers their taxes into like 401ks, and you can get some great company matches, and it's a great accumulator, but unfortunately just doesn't provide a great income in retirement.
So with tax season coming right up, you can start filing your taxes now. What advice would you have for people for 2020, looking back at 2020 as they file this year?
Well, one thing is in 2020, I think the statistic shows that 30% of Americans had to access their retirement accounts because of COVID. So there's always that curveball. There's always something, and having different streams of retirement income is huge because some of them are just not they're not great to access because of the penalties. Luckily, the penalties were waived this last year, but that kind of stuff happens in people's lives day to day. So we like the law of diversification. So if you've got a 401k, great, you're going to accumulate there. What are you doing for yourself tax-free? What is tax advantage, like a brokerage account that you can pull from in retirement at capital gains rate instead of your income tax rate? And then one often overlooked account that people really misunderstand is life insurance. And I learned through the advantage through a CPA, some courses I took. His name is Ed Slott. And at the beginning of the class, he says the single greatest tax exemption in the code is for life insurance. And really, it's a tax shelter. So the way that the banks use it is that they shelter their money. They take policies out on all of their key executives. They shelter all that money, and they use that to pay their pensions and benefits. So off of our deposits, so to speak. That's how the bank uses it. But how an everyday person can use it is they can grow their traditional IRA or their 401k. And once they hit the age where they're not going to have that penalty, they can start rolling it out little by little, transition it into like a tax shelter life insurance account. Roth IRAs are great. And Roth IRAs are something that you can start as soon as you start earned income. And so that helps you grow tax-free. There's still the 59.5 rule, so it's not completely liquid, but it's great for retirement.
Talk a little bit about people that were on unemployment this last year. What do they do?
So people who are on unemployment, I was just reading about this too, because there was going to be a huge tax bill for them because of the income, and now they may be able to use the prior year's tax income rate, so which is really cool.
Okay.
But it's hard to say because you don't really know which way it's going to. It seems like everything is opening up. And luckily for the better part of the year, people were able to get the benefit of that. And hopefully they were able to do something with that extra money if it was extra to them. And we definitely help people put some money in places from that.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about the stimulus checks. I mean, what is the suggestion from a financial planner? Do you save it? Do you use it? I mean, I guess it depends on each family.
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Some people actually really needed it.
Yeah.
And other people, they had the convenience of it. They could use it on things they wanted or to help stimulate the economy. A lot of smart people, not everybody's not smart, but they did something smart with it, like they put it inside of an investment or a savings vehicle. And that was a jump start. And it was great to see a lot of young people take advantage of that.
You know, another thing that's kind of trending in the news right now is young people or people that have no experience in stocks. They're day trading and they're using Robinhood, TD Ameritrade. We saw that whole nightmare situation with GameStop. Any advice for those folks?
It's the people who are good at it are good at it.
Okay.
And I wouldn't expect to go into it like just, it's the information age. So of course I try to stay abreast of whatever. So I watch YouTube. I have a TikTok, even though my kids hate that I have a TikTok.
Yeah.
But
do you dance on the TikTok?
I haven't yet.
Okay.
I haven't yet. But I see a lot of that on there. Like, follow me and I'll show you which stocks are going to blow up.
Yeah.
And just a lot of really dangerous advice. You know, and there's some good advice on there, and people who are saying the exact opposite. Like, don't listen to this. If you're not skilled, this is not where you want to be. And so I've seen a lot. There's some people who lost a lot of money on the GameStop because they were hold, and they waited too long, and it just plummeted. And so they lost. I mean, I read a story about a guy who invested his entire college savings into that, and lost about $90,000 when it dropped. So it is dangerous. So I would recommend, you know, if you have someone guiding you, a professional that knows what they're doing, then by all means, you know, do what you got to do and make that investment. Because when you're young is when it's time to take those chances. But as you get older, you know, there's a lot of dangerous information out there that's telling everybody, do this and you're going to be a millionaire, and it just isn't true.
My wife and I are looking to purchase our first house. Her credit's good. My credit sucks. So do you work with people like us?
100%. Yeah, we work with everybody. So in that situation, there's actually someone that we refer people to for credit repair. But there's all kinds of programs out there for people with, if you have a good credit explanation or someone, you know, there's always a way to work it. And right now, from what I understand, I'm not in real estate, but it's a buyer's market. So it's a great time to buy a house. Right. And it might not be that way shortly.
Yeah,
so,
things could change like that.
Yeah.
Do you work with seniors to maybe get their finances together?
Seniors, yes. And a lot of the times we get seniors on the insurance side.
Oh, okay.
And so what happens is they've either they didn't line themselves up correctly, or they had a lot of misinformation. But seniors are the ones who've lived through all of the recessions, the crashes, everything. So their retirement had been damaged by the time they get to retirement age. So now they're looking at, what do I leave my kids, or how do I pay for my final expenses? And so we help a lot of people that way. But we also help people when they get to that age, you know, that we do have someone who works with like planning for retirement, how to scale back, how to use what you have and make it last. A lot of people at that age, you know, might find it beneficial to actually downsize, because at that point, up until lately, the realization for retirement had been you got to downsize when you start hitting 50. Scale back your investments, the 4% rule, live off 4% of your portfolio. But now with the Roth and the way that people are using life, I mean, you can look up and see, you know, the super, and it's the super, I say the super wealthy, but anybody can do it. They're using Roths and life insurance to generate a ton of money, and it's not taxed during retirement. And there's, like on life insurance, there's no limitations on what you can deposit. And so, like, they can dump, and it just changed at the beginning of last year, you can dump even more money into it now. So you can grow that fast. Whereas the idea of old school life insurance is, I want to pay as little amount as possible for the most insurance, but the way you design the accumulators is you pay what you can afford, and you buy the least amount of insurance so the cost is low and you accumulate the most cash. So the Roth, in conjunction with life insurance account and some brokerage, like you can set yourself up pretty well.
Would you suggest that really anybody and everybody uses financial planning service like what you guys have?
You know, I think it's a good idea. Some people educate themselves very well. And there's a lot of great books out there that people can read. And I like the tax-free books, like The Power of Zero. There's the Money, Master of the Game by Tony Robbins. That's a good one. Okay. But they're all escaping my mind right now. But you can educate yourself and take some like at the beginning of the year. My partner and I did some financial literacy courses for free.
Oh, wow.
So just webinars, and that's what we were on here last time for. And so people could tune in, and they can, you know, learn about like just how their money works. And A lot of it is surprising to see that, a lot of people don't know how their money's taxed or the different ways that their money can grow and what income looks like in retirement. And, the catchphrase I like, it's not what you make, it's what you take. So how to leverage the tax codes and make sure that you're efficient with your earnings.
Okay, how can people get in touch with you if they want some help? They need services and they're ready to do this.
That's on the screen right there, our web address. You can email me. That's my phone number. You can call me directly on Facebook, Instagram. I wouldn't look at my TikTok just yet.
I was just going to say, and TikTok.
Yeah. But no, we're ready to help. And
you're here in Fresno?
We're here in
Fresno?
But we service everywhere. We're licensed, and we hold licenses in different states too.
Oh,
so,
nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's we're able to we're versatile. So it's the age right now. We were just talking about everything has gone digital and Zoom. So we help people all across the country.
All right, very good. Sammy Franco?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Franco.
Okay, all right. Tomato. BFI Financial. Good to meet you. Thanks for coming in. Come back, okay?
For sure.
All right. It's Austin Reed. You're watching Central Valley Talk and Central Valley Business. We're back with more in just a bit. Don't go anywhere.